Zealotes, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. While the lions of the Sahel, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have kicked out the colonizers out of their house, Ghana has just opened the front door wide open and laid out the red carpet for them to come in. On March 24th, 2026, a landmark deal was signed in Accra. They call it a security and defense partnership. What a beautiful name. But we call it what it is. The EU's new anchor in West Africa. Is Ghana becoming the Trojan horse for a Western agenda to topple the revolutionary regimes in the North? Why the sudden part agreement with Ghana? Let's look at the toys they brought. Vice President Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman stood there as the EU handed over a 50 million euro package of military hardware. They say it's for counter-terrorism, but let's look at the things they brought, whether they are meant for that. But look at the list. Surveillance drones and anti-drone systems. Who are they watching? The terrorists in the bush? Or the movement of the AES alliance? Armies. Electronic hardware systems. This isn't for fighting bandits with AK-47. This is high-tech for intercepting communications. They also brought explosive ordnance disposal and motorbikes. Thousands of bikes to swarm the northern borders. The EU Parliament claims they want to help. But ask yourself, why is this the first deal of its kind with an African nation? Why now that they are calling for a resolution against Mohamed Bazoum? The timing is not a coincidence. Since the EU was humiliated and thrown out of Niger and Mali, they have been desperate for a new headquarters. The EU Parliament is fuming because they lost their uranium playground. They want the old guard back in Niamey. By setting up this massive deep security network in Ghana, they are creating a containment zone. The narrative from the front line is clear. The EU isn't here to stop the terrorists. They are here to ensure the Sankara spirit in Burkina Faso doesn't spread to the Gulf of Guinea.
Today, we are taking it to a new level, further assigning a new security and defense partnership. This is the first kind of its kind in African country. And it matters because security in Europe and Africa is deeply, deeply interconnected. The new agreement allows us to work more closely in areas like counterterrorism, conflict prevention, cybersecurity. These are all areas that matter to our citizens, both in Europe, but as well as here in Ghana. Today, we will also address the growing instability in the neighborhood. The EU supports Ghana's military in the northern part of the country and beyond. And we support West African countries like Ghana in the Gulf of Guinea to counter terrorism, strengthen border security, and enhance maritime security.
Today's transfer highlights the long-standing partnership between Ghana and the European Union, as well as our shared commitment to peace, stability, and sustainable development. Today, we sign the Ghana-European Union Security and Defense Partnership. The United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Norway, and others have signed this partnership with the EU, and Ghana is the first African country to join them. This demonstrates the strengthening collaboration between Ghana and the European Union in tackling evolving security challenges, especially in our sub-region and across the Sahel. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, complex security threats and risks continue to emerge and evolve across West Africa. The recent tragic incidents involving Ghanaian traders who lost their lives in Burkina Faso serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of insecurity. In the face of these challenges, partnerships like the one we celebrate today are essential and show the importance of strong regional cooperation and coordination to protect lives and maintain peace and stability across West Africa. Your Excellency, the government and people of Ghana acknowledge the European Union's support for Ghana under the European Peace Facility and the EU Security and Defence Initiative. I'm informed that there are over 30 security-related projects addressing conflicts, counter-terrorism, border management, maritime security, and cybersecurity. Furthermore, the EU Security and Defence Initiative in the Gulf of Guinea has conducted about 40 training sessions for Ghana's military and civilian security actors while providing equipment for these forces. Today's transfer of security equipment, systems, motorcycles, and drones to Ghana will significantly strengthen our ongoing efforts to build the capacity and operational readiness of Ghana's security forces. It will also enhance Ghana's ability to respond to emerging threats and support our goal of promoting peace and stability. We acknowledge the militarized vehicles provided to the Ghana Armed Forces in 2023 through the European Peace Facility, which improved the operational mobility and readiness of Ghana's forces. The communication and intelligence gathering equipment Ghana received in 2025 has also proven important to the country's situational awareness and operational coordination, countering emerging threats to our national security. Excellencies, today's security and defense partnership provides a structured framework for strengthening cooperation between Ghana and the European Union in building capacity, crisis response, and reinforcement of peace operations. It shows our shared understanding that security requires ongoing collaboration among trusted partners. Ghana remains committed to working with the European Union to promote peace, strengthen democratic governance, and address the root causes of insecurity, including poverty, marginalization, and youth unemployment. Your Excellency, Ms. Callas, once again, I welcome you warmly to Ghana. Please accept our appreciation for the European Union's solidarity and partnership. We look forward to deepening this cooperation for the mutual benefit of our people.
Is Ghana betraying its neighbors because this is a nation that is preaching Pan-Africanism? While Captain Ibrahim Traore is calling for total sovereignty, Ghana is signing away its defense strategy to Brussels. Kadia Kali said it herself, quote, security in Europe and Africa is deeply interconnected. Translation, we need Ghana to be assured so the trouble stays in your backyard and out of ours. They are using Ghana's northern frontiers as a buffer. They claim to fight disinformation, which we know is code for silencing anyone for speaking against Western interests. They even brought up Russian recruitment, a sky tactics to justify this military grip. Ghana has a choice to be the leader of African unity or to be the EU's frontline policeman. You cannot claim to be a Pan-Africanist while hosting the very people who partitioned our continent in 1884. This equipment isn't a gift, it is a leash. What do you think? What is wrong with us in Africa? Our leaders are ready to be the ones that they will use against our own progress. This is not the first time. This is how it's always happened. This is what they always do. It is the African leader that is always ready to help people. We are seeing the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. According to report, they are even boots on ground. These people, before they came out to make that statement, they were prepared. And it is our leaders who are speaking Pan-Africanism. The same people the youth believe so much and trust so much are the same people they are going to use. Like all Captain Ibrahim Traore said, they smile with them. But deep down, they are the same people that are shaking hands against them. That these are the same people that they are going to use. And we are seeing it. But the people are so blind, like the youth in Africa, especially Ghana. We believe so much in our leaders, the politicians. Why all of a sudden signing this pact that we have never seen before? This deal hasn't been signed in Africa. And just some few days that they start in their parliament to talk about this, they are in Ghana. Ghana, that is a border to Burkina Faso. And you sit there and you see nothing wrong and you think that these people are here to protect you from what? Haven't they been here? They were in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. These things never stopped. What shows that this is the time they are now coming to fight against terrorism. UN, look at what is happening in Congo, in Sudan. Africans, the youth, we have to wake up. We have slept for long. These people, like Captain Ibrahim Traore said, the Black Winter is here. It's either we unite to fight or we remain slaves forever. But the youth that eat politics, that you can see beyond what your politicians are doing, you need to wake up and put politics aside. Because it is what you believe in that they will use against you. We know the stand of Tinubu. We know the stand of Alassane Ouattara. Do you think these are the people that will use against the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso? We need to wake up. And the time is now. Like the Finland president said, it's either Africa becomes a player or we remain pawn forever. So this is the latest urgent one. Subscribe, like, and share. And please, if you want to help what I am doing, the link is in my bio. You can always drop your donation in my PayPal account. Thank you for always staying with the latest. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, in Ghana.